Today we're going to take out the starter on 2003 Dana Y-Glide. The starter's right here, and before you do that, you want to disconnect your battery cables before you do anything. First thing you need to do is take off your seat, which is right here. You usually have a screw or a bolt right here. Usually a Phillips. I have a quick release here, so I just unscrew this. Pop off the seat, pull backwards. Seat comes right off. I'm going to put the nut back in here so I don't lose that. And then what we're going to do is take off the battery cables. There's two bolts up here underneath the chrome case, which you undo. One right here, and I believe everything's metric on this bike. So pull one off, pull the other one out, and this will drop down. It will allow you to move your top chrome cover, the battery, and then this pops right off. Keep your nuts and bolts in order there, and then you're going to disconnect the battery cables, which are right back here, and they are 10mm. Undo those, pop the positive one off, and this battery's kind of snug in here, so I have to pull this completely out to get to my negative cable. Undo that. I take my battery cable completely out. My battery completely out. And the bracket that holds the battery lifts up and pops right out, so you have access to your starter. Is pull my case, but in order to do that, first you need to drain the oil underneath here. So it is a hex head thread. Drain all your oil, which I've already done. Then you need to remove all your Allen screws around the whole casing and this cap. These two right here actually hold it on inside, so you remove all your screws and pull the cap off. Pull this off. And all your screws around the case come off. Once you got that, keep all your bolts in line. I like to keep them in order. And you can take this and usually pop it right off. Starter bolt, which is right here. It's got a little tab on it. You want to take a screwdriver, bend that tab out so you have access to the nut. You take your 10mm, and you may have to hold the gear. Just get a slight bump and it'll come loose, and then you can take this completely out. Pull that out. It's a long nut there, and what I like to do is kind of wedge this so it doesn't come out when you pull the starter on the other side. I'm going to remove my chrome cover from my starter. That comes right off. Set that aside. Disconnect this plug. Get that out of the way. Now you take your Allen, and you got two Allen screws in the back here. Take it, bust them free. That one. And that one there. And then they'll come undone. This other one here. And once these two are completely out, you can basically remove the starter. And we'll have this one tested or have it replaced. I was having trouble. It'll engage, but it will not crank over. I charged the battery, made sure I had plenty of use. I think my starter is bad. And once you have that undone, the starter basically lifts and pulls straight out. And there you go, you have the starter. Make sure you know which way this goes. There's two ways this can slide in. There's that O-ring in here, a deeper one, and the longer side goes to the starter on mine. I want to check with yours. I take this off and put it back in here the proper way so I'm not confused next time I get my new starter. And that's the way to take your starter out.